Why have I never talked about Tangled before? Well, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question. But I'm really pleased that I hadn't. Because the first time I watched it, it probably would have been a good couple of years ago now. Definitely not when it came out. I didn't see it as early as 2010. But eventually I did get around to seeing it. And I thought it was alright. I enjoyed bits of it, but I didn't think it was amazing. But I recently rewatched it. And honestly, I don't know why exactly, but I loved it so much more this second time round. To the extent where it may be one of my favourite Disney princess films. Rapunzel is not one of my favourite princesses, but the film itself I just think is absolutely gorgeous. This was directed by Nathan Greno and Byron Howard, and stars Mandy Moore as Rapunzel, and she's absolutely fantastic. We do have a really great voice cast here. Brad Garrett voices Hook Hand Thug. Ron Perlman is in it. Really brilliant voices. The voice acting, of course, is quality. The singing is incredible. The songs are amazing. The story itself, I think, is very moving. It's kind of the traditional story of Rapunzel. It's certainly not as, I guess, terrifying as the original Rapunzel story, but in terms of the basic plot outline, I think some changes have definitely been made. But Rapunzel, our protagonist, is not called Tangled. She is called Rapunzel. She has been kidnapped by Mother Gothel, who I think is brilliant. I love the animation design of this character. I just think she looks so fantastic. What I love about her is that because of the nature of the spell, the main spell, I won't go into too much detail, I don't want to spoil it, but because of the spell she uses, and that's why she captures Rapunzel, she looks beautiful. And I think that's quite unique with a Disney villain. And I'm very, very fond of her. For all the right reasons, of course. But she won't let Rapunzel out of her tower. Rapunzel is desperate to go and see these lights that just happen to appear every year on her birthday. Will she be able to make it out of the tower? And if she does, I'm not saying she does, but if she does, what's going to happen to her new weird relationship with a character called Flynn Rider? Flynn is voiced by Zachary Levi, and he is brilliant. He is annoying. He thinks of himself as a ladies' man. He's also a crook. But what I really love about this character is his backstory and how much Disney doesn't make it blatantly obvious. I don't want to go into too much detail, but there's a scene where he's talking about his past. He doesn't want to. He's kind of glossing over the details. But as a viewer, certainly as an older viewer who can kind of comprehend what's being hinted at, you realise that this individual was just somebody who became very lost along the way as a child. And that resulted in him being this criminal. And it really makes you look at him in a very different light. And I was really pleased that Disney kind of put that level of effort into it, because, I mean, he's not the villain, but he's quite antagonistic, certainly to begin with. But usually with Disney villains, we don't really know why they're evil, or with criminals, we don't know why they're criminal, until they get a sequel, or they get a standalone film. But with this, they take the time to explain it, and I think that that's, something that was really worthwhile doing. Rapunzel as a character, absolutely fantastic. I think she's brilliant. I think she looks amazing. I also think she looks amazing. How do I say this? At the end, the way she looks different, kind of different at the end. I won't say how. But I will say that I thought that was really impressive of Disney as well, because it's kind of breaking the mold a little bit. Definitely Rapunzel, even though she's in a tower, she has long hair, she's got a beautiful voice, she's got all the hallmarks of a classic Disney princess or a fairy tale princess. Disney does something quite different with her, and I just think she's brilliant. I love Max, I love the horse, I think he is fabulous. And the songs are just so gorgeous. I was going to pick a favourite song and kind of say this is the one I love the most, but I don't think I can, to be perfectly honest. There are some... When Will My Life Begin, I think, is probably the most noteworthy. Maybe Mother Knows Best. I See the Light as well. I don't know. They're all pretty brilliant. I can't pick a favourite, but if you have a favourite, let me know. So I am very pleased that I hadn't reviewed this or discussed this previously, because if I had done, maybe my opinion might not have been quite so positive. But discussing it now, I have nothing bad to say about it. I truly loved it. It's not one of my top 5 or even top 10 Disney films, but I have to say, as far as 21st century Disney goes, and the more contemporary Disney princesses, they absolutely nailed it. Tangled is beautiful.